Hey guys, this is Luis, and on this video I want to share with you the experience and some tips for finding an apartment to rent in Poland. I moved to Poland 6 months ago. I have moved to Poland 6 months ago, and it was quite challenging. So I want to offer you some tips that might help you on your way of moving to Poland, hopefully. So starting, I want to show you what I used to look for these apartments back in Portugal when I was still in Portugal. So I used Facebook Marketplace. I used local Facebook groups here from Poznan that I can show you some of them right here on the screen if you want to look them up. I used olx.pl and I used Autodom. I will put all of them in here so you don't have to worry, and I will leave them in the description as well. So moving to the next point, now we're going to talk about what you should look into when trying to find an apartment. There are what there are. There are specific. There are specific topics that you should pay attention when trying to rent an apartment. So first thing I want to talk to you guys about and you should pay attention to is administration fees. The price you're going to see on the main page, it's not going to be the price that you're going to pay at the end of the month. At the end of the month is going to be the price that you see plus the administration fees that normally are hidden in the description, and you should read them before you try to make a deal on an apartment. Second point that I want to call your attention to is the heating type of the apartment. There is central heating and you have gas heating. The problem is if you have a gas heating when it comes to the winter season, you're going to spend a lot more normally if you had central heating. Okay, third point. If you have a car or if you come to Poland by car, you should be asking to the landlord if they have a parking spot. In Poland, or at least in Poznan, in the city that I'm in, every parking spot is paid. So if you have a car, you should have a parking spot, and you should ask your landlord if they have a parking spot. Normally, this parking spot will be an additive to the cost at the end of the month, and it should range from 150 to 200 zloty. Another thing is pets. So if you have pets, it might be a problem for you because not a lot of landlords will accept pets inside of their house. It's easily to see why, because they don't want a couch destroyed, they don't want everything to smell like pet and pee everywhere. So pay attention to that, and you should ask that to your landlord as well. So the next point, it might already be in use on your country that you are coming from or not, but is caution. And caution is an amount that you pay before you're coming into apartment that basically is a safeguard for the landlord. And if you break anything on the house, the repair might come from that caution. But if you are not destroying everything in the apartment, at the end when you leave, they will give you that money back to you. And with this comes the part of you should read carefully your contract, because it can be there hidden fees. Normal contracts should be around 1 year, so pay attention to that, because you can have some problems if you want to move out or if you want to do some changes. So really read your contract and see that you are not being played. Now, the foreigner problem. So if you do not speak the language, or even if you are not Polish yourself, it might be tricky to find an apartment in Poland. The landlord may not accept foreigner people, and that apartment that you always dreamed of to live in might be out of discussion, and you will have to look for a new one. For my experience, I had some landlords putting me out of the equation just because I was not Polish and I did not speak Polish. And another issue that you might encounter, they might actually rent out the apartment for foreigners, but they will not speak English, so you will have to find someone or speak Polish yourself. And last point, but not least, really, this might be the most important point of them all, it's visit the place yourself, or have a friend or someone visit the place for you. Because for my experience, when it comes to my experience in Portugal, people take picture of what's really inside of the apartment and how's the apartment it is at that precise moment. When it comes to Polish marketplace, people tend to put really efforts into taking pictures and making sure that everything looks as good as they possibly can. And sometimes they go as far as adding candles, adding flowers just for the picture. So make sure you visit or have a friend visit the apartment, just so you know that what you are buying or what you are renting, it's really what you see on the pictures, and not a dream that then becomes a nightmare.